Hello everyone. For all those people watching this video for the first time, I'm Hemant Kumar, who's currently situated in Berlin, Germany. So this video will be completely about how you access the public transports over here. For all those people coming down for the first time in Germany and you wanna know about more detail, like how to utilize the public transport. That's basically the train, the buses, the trams, basically the indications, like how do you take the tickets and how do you like go to the direction. Like there are two ways when you get to a U-Bahn station or a S-Bahn station, and the destination where you go, it's more accessible when you exit through the correct door. So this will be complete detail. So today I'll be traveling to Herspluxplatz from my place where I am staying, that's Reinickendorfstrasse. So to give you a quick brief on the tickets. So currently the tickets are not available in any buses or anywhere else. So it's only available at the S-Bahn stations and the U-Bahn stations. Okay. So currently I'm at the U-Bahn station of Reinickendorfstrasse. So I'll just give you a quick detail and the steps to what do you need to do over here in the machine where you take out the ticket. So let's have a look. Yeah. So this is the ticket machine where you need to take out your ticket. So basically you just click on it. So there are various options in German that's written over here. If you're not good with your German, you also have an option to translate it over here. Click English, you get your this. Basically the Berlin is divided into three zones, that is A, B and C. I'll give you a quick brief in the map when I show you the map. So you have similar options for all the three zones. That is single ticket, it's you click on it, you get it's valid for single trip, maximum of 2 hours. Breaks and transfers are permitted, but return and round trips are not permitted. So it's clearly briefed over here. Take a back. It's if you take a day ticket, then it's valid unlimited travel for one person and 3 children aged from 6 to on a single day. Validation till 3 a.m. on the next day. So this is quite affordable if you do not have a semester ticket or anything. And also have 4 trip ticket. There are 4 separate single tickets. Total pricing approx 1 minute each. Okay, this is valid for a single trip for maximum 2 hours. Breaks and transfers are permitted, but return and round trips are not permitted. So basically I'll be traveling from A to B. So go for a single ticket. You need to pay. So there are two ways. You can pay it by card over here, or you can insert your coins over here. Okay. So I will not take a ticket because I currently have a semester ticket. Once you have done your payment, you get your ticket over here. So do not forget to collect it. Okay. And once you have collected your ticket, so this is one machine that you need to do. You need to stamp your ticket over here. You need to insert it over here and it gets stamped instantly. You need to validate your ticket. So basically 2 prerequisites I would suggest, like either of the two. That is, when you're coming down, especially first time travelers, you need to have at least cash or card. In terms of cash, you need not have big amount of money, that is 10 euros, no, like big notes like 10 euros or 20 or 50 euros or 100 euros, because the machine doesn't accept it. So it's better you have change in coins, that's basically 1 euros or 2 euros, which it accepts. Don't worry, if you are given more amount of coins, it gives you back your change in the ticket tray itself. So need not worry about that. That's one thing. And if you do not have coins, you can go for the card payment. That's basically by your credit cards or by your travel card or the forex card which you taken from your home country. So these are two options wherein you can pay. Okay, so after this, where are you gonna travel? So you have a brief list of stops where you're going. So currently I am here at the Reinickendorfstrasse. Okay, I'll be traveling to Neterkundum Museum. I'll have to take a tram from over here. Okay, so it's already clearly indicated over here. From Friedrichstrasse you get S-Bahn and a tram. Get U5 from here, you get U2 from here, U1, U3 and U7. So it's already written. So this thing goes to Alt-Mariendorf. If I have to go to the other way around, then it's here. You get the other stations over here. Okay, so these things you need to take care about, and you need to look into these as well. Okay. So basically the chart wherein you have been given S-Bahn, U-Bahn, like the connectivity from that platform, basically first thing I would suggest you, you download a application that is BVG. That's BVG in your Play Store for Android as well as in your Apple Store. You download that, wherein if you are more confused about the zones, you do not have to be more worried about it, because you directly enter your departure place and your destination place. You get the zones, the tickets. You can also make an online payment if you have a PayPal account in your mobile. Okay, apart from this, you can just use it for your reference for taking out a ticket, knowing the zones wherein you are going traveling, and you can just take out that zone and you directly go to the machine and pay manually and take out your tickets. So that's more than enough. So apart from this, I would suggest you, if not using BVJ or for your traveling locally, you can use Google Maps. Google Maps is quite accurate over here. So before departure, or whenever you are at the U-Bahn station, please note, if you are at the U-Bahn station, you have free Wi-Fi. So keep your Wi-Fi on so that you have connectivity to every single internet app on your mobile. Okay, wherein you can surf for your travel routes, your destinations, your like the way you want to travel, like what is the medium, your bus, tram, or your trains. That's U-Bahn. These are different kinds of facilities you need to have over here, and you can even access all of them. So after this, you directly board your train and you move out to your station. So basically you need to have an offline map in Google to just avoid you going to some other place or misleading to your some different platform. Okay, so my train is over here. I'll be entering. See, the people also say like which is the station and where is it going. Sure, in a train you also have the directions directed inside. You have different kinds of what do you say, Actum. That's basically please note, or you can say cautions. So these are the things instructed in the train. Apart from this, if you wanna make a note where are you traveling, which is the next station, here. This is the next station which is going to come. I'll just show you the screen. That's the screen wherein you can note down which is the next station coming down. Accordingly, you can be ready with where you wanna get down. Do not worry when you're in a train, because there are quite different brief descriptions wherein you can know, like, are you traveling in a wrong way or in a correct way. Just think you need to be aware, listen to the instructions and follow it accordingly. Hope you have a better journey. So I'll instruct you further more on once you are at a station, if you have to change a train or a bus. So that's my stop where I'll be going, and I'll be taking EM8. So it also shows you the details, like what are the accessible connections from the same stop. Okay, so yeah. So I get down over here. Yeah, the one thing you need to take care about is this thing. Okay, there are boards and indicators at the exits. If there are two exits, okay, there are two different exits wherein you have two different kinds of accessibility to the trasses or the streets. So basically you need to take care about those two signboards and accordingly go, because you avoid crossing roads and a long travel, because this is not so crowded and you can move in so easily. So that's basically one thing. Also, yeah, there are different kinds of signboard. It's not over here because you do not have bus connectivity over here. I would show you the bus connectivity street as well, wherein you get your S-Bahn or U-Bahn, or even the buses, the list of buses which are accessible to the destination places. So I just checked the Google Maps. So I need to take a tram, that's M8, and I need to exit towards the Chaussee-Strasse. I'll just show you around. So if you can see over here, so this is Invalidenstrasse, This is the Chaussee and if you can see over there, that's a tram station over there. So I need to go that side. So finally I'm here. Okay, so I'll have to take, so this is more similar to the bus station as well. Okay, you can see over there it's M8, M10 and N40. That's the bus which is going to give you connectivity. So I'll be taking M8 to just verify about it. So here you have charts over here. It's a tram M10. I'll be going for the M10. Okay, you need to check with your stations over here. So currently I am going to the Herzbergstrasse over here. This is the correct line. I'll have to take a tram which is going towards Ehrenfelder or the Stadtgrenze. So then I need to board it. Okay, so this goes with the bus as well. You just need to come over here and check for your bus number which you get from your Google Maps. Check it, check the stop, check the destination where it's going through, because there are two buses. That's one is going towards your destination and one is coming from your destination. So you need to be particular about that, and then board a flight, and then board your bus or your tram, and then it's more convenient for you as well. You have a signboard over here as well. It shows you what time is your tram or your bus, and so that's M10 which is blinking. Okay, M10 is already arrived over here. So on arrival you need to just get in. So these are a few of the tips, or you can say a few of the different, what do you say, steps to be followed to board your tram. So I feel most of these things are pretty clear for you, but still just me telling you about all these things would not be so useful. So this is just a picture or a clear brief thing I would say I have given you. So once you are here, please try to do it yourself, then probably you have a more better experience. So here's my train, that's my tram, M8 towards Ehrenfeld or the Stadtgrenze. Okay, it's quite empty today. So as I told you, you can take out tickets from U1. So previously there was an option to take out tickets from tram or the buses as well, but due to COVID they have stopped them. So I'll just give you one glance on this. There's one ticket over here, ticket box over here. It looks something like this. So you basically have these punches, there's one buttons wherein you can choose your stop and take out your tickets. There's also one more thing, because what happens is during the bus or the tram, if there's no one at the stop, they do not take a stop unless you want to get down. What you need to do is you need to press the stop button like this. Whenever your stop is nearby, if your stop is the next one, and it's indicated in that monitor, then you need to press that stop button so that the driver gets an indication, it stops it over there and you can get down. This is something also you need to take care about, unless you do not end up getting down at the next stop. Take care about this, to be equally more conscious whenever you are moving towards your destination. If nobody's at the stop and if nobody wants to get down, and if you are the only one you want to get down, so you need to press the button, else you will move further. So that's one thing I would suggest you to just please take care about. And stay tuned till the end of the video, because there's still a lot more to be explained. That's basically the zones, how do you figure it out, the map, the different ways of reading the map. Basically you first need to read a map, so this is something you need to go back to your traditional thing where you need to look into the maps. So stay tuned for the video. Hello guys, so basically I had traveled, I finished up with my stuff, my work, and I came back. There are a few things which I might have been missing out somewhere while speaking to you. I'll be covering those things here, so Yeah, the first thing, based on the ticket, if you take out ticket, that's I said you that's basically dependent on the zones. I'll tell you more about the zones with a picture of a map. But there's one thing, that's if you take out a zone ticket that's from A to B, if you take out a ticket from zone A to zone B, that's AB zone, that costs you roughly around 2.9 euros, approximately 3 euros to be more precise. If you have the ticket, please note this ticket, the single ticket, is valid only in one direction, but it's valid for all means of transport, irrespective of what you take. For example, you take out a ticket at the U-Bahn from AB zone and you enter the U-Bahn. You get down at some station, you have some work there, you move around, you do your work, and you can move ahead for a further thing. But yeah, that's only in a single direction. You can go from A zone to B zone with that ticket, and there's also a particular validity for that ticket. I think it's something 3 hours. Yeah, 3 or 6 hours. But you need to check it with instructions where you can show it, because I'm not more sure about the validity. But yeah, it does have a validity. After that, once you want to come back, you again need to take a ticket, so that's a little costlier. But I would suggest, if you do not have if you're a student and you do not have a semester ticket, and you want to have a travel day, entire travel day, I would suggest you take what you say, Eintag ticket. That's a day ticket. It costs you somewhere around 8.5 or 9 euros. It's more convenient because it gives you both to and fro travel, so that's something I would suggest. Yeah, but this is something very interesting, right? If you take a ticket for once, you can change your means of transport. First you board a train, then you board a bus, then you board a tram, and again you board a U-Bahn. That's not a problem. But there's the thing, you please note that you take out correct tickets, and just in case you do not have a ticket and you're being caught up during the check, usually they check randomly. The BBJ staff just enters the train or bus and they have a random check. So just in case you do not have a semester ticket, or you do not have your like correct ticket, or you are not like using your ticket properly, basically if you have a ticket in one direction and you're moving back with the same ticket in the other way around, and if they check your ticket and it's not good, then you will be fined. The fine is approximately 60 euros if you're caught. So if you do not want to like end up paying 60 euros as a fine, so I would suggest you better be more, what do you say, be more precise and be more informative on how to take out tickets. You can please move back to the start, like how I had told you of taking out the ticket. You can really rewatch the segment again. So basically taking out correct tickets and moving in the right direction, it's good. Apart from this, if I come down to the map, yeah, the second part is the map. I would just like to show you on like what's the map. There's a small map which I refer usually when I do not have internet connections. So I would just like to show you on it. This is a piece of map which I have taken from the BVJ office when I had been there to visit. So basically there are 3 zones. If you can see, this octagon which you can see is basically the A zone, that's the city central part. So if you can see over here, it's written A. So the inside part of this octagon is your A zone, and if you can see a light color octagon over here, this part, this is your zone B. If you can see over here, it's zone B written over here, and the part outside this octagon is zone C. So basically majorly what happens is you travel within A and B zone. You never go to C unless and until you have to go to the airport, that's over here, or you are traveling back from airport. It depends. But if you stay in the A zone, you travel from in the A or in the B, because you usually have a combination of AB or BC in your ticket option to take out, and you can use that. So basically this is complete view, but to give you a deeper view, if you can see over here, there are stations mentioned everywhere, the lines which go about and all. If you see at the corner over here, it shows you the symbols as well.
So this is quite informative, wherein you can analyze and you can just have a look. You can see the lines over here. It's written over here, like, see, for example, this is Hennigsdorf, which gives you S25, which starts from here. The green line is the S-Bahn, which goes, yeah. So you just need to chase the lines over here. But I suggest you do not use this unless and until it's an emergency situation, because this part is really very confusing, because even I was confused initially, but then eventually I got used to it for offline maps.
So as you saw, there's different zones which you might have seen in the map, and I know it's quite difficult analyzing like which line goes where, but this is just for a reference wherein you can just route your travel, your destination. Apart from this, just an easy way, easy to go, I would suggest you have Google Maps. Like, forget all the apps, you just have Google Maps, it's more than enough. You just need to select the train or bus option over there, because you do not have a private car or anything like that. Even you can walk by if it's nearby. If you choose a train, and it just shows you a list wherein you have different options, the different connectivities, and just follow those. Even the Google shows you the option of exit as well. So that's why when I had told you and I had showed you the, what do you say, the station name, it had two parts on the left and right, two exits, which shows the accessibility to the nearest street once you get out of the, what do you say, exit. No worries, if you go out from the different exit as well, you can walk by, because yeah, you can walk by, because you also have a Wi-Fi. You can again like reroute your destination, which again gives you more accurate results. So this is all about how you can like access things, move around, and enjoying. And after this, there's only one thing I would suggest. Please use masks while traveling, because that's a compulsion. And it's quite good, because even if you see, like when I was traveling in this video, there was not so much rush, but usually during the weekdays there is a lot of rush. So to avoid all this, like to be very what do you say, protective about the COVID crisis and all, so I suggest you have your masks on, and apart from this, maintain social distancing, and nothing much. Hope this video was more useful and more informative to you guys. If you have any more comments, or if you have like any more queries, or if you want me to discuss anything more, please feel free to comment in the section below. Please do like, share, and subscribe the channel, and even like share it with your friends who are like coming in, or who are planning to come in, who wants to be more informative on this. So feel free to like give your comments, like share it anywhere. Apart from this, I would like to say I wish you a very happy new year. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you soon with a new segment of new video with a new topic. Bye bye.